What's up, guys? Really Gross Guy here. We are back, and I've been thinking some thoughts. I don't know if you guys, think some thoughts, but I've been thinking some thoughts recently, and that partially has to do with the recent release of this. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out here. Spoiler: Chimera alert or Chimera reward deal, weapon something or other. 321 and the Paracesis, I believe is the best way I can think to pronounce it, is a sentient slaying weapon that is designed to kill sentience, and it has an innate ability to deal extra damage to the sentient race. We've been seeing more of that with the special mods for the Umbral mods and the sacrificial mods, I believe is what they're called, that do extra damage to the sentient race. So number one, of course, we're kind of expecting the new war at some point with some sentient, stuff going on, some sentient life to kind of take down with our new cool weapons and mods and stuff like that. But number one, I'm also wondering is this stuff is coming out now, and could it have waited? Or are we going to see a significant sentient presence on Venus? Ooh, maybe. I don't know. That's my guess, is we're going to see more sentience. There is also this sentient that we have not seen yet, which I will pop up on the screen for you guys to check out. And it is like a sentient carrier that carries sentience to the battlefield. And they made it sound as though when a sentient is destroyed, there is this little orb of light or something that can be retrieved and placed in a new sentient to power it up or something along those lines. And that is an interesting concept for this, future sentient race content that is coming our way. So, obviously, these weapons and all that stuff are playing a role to the sentient stuff. So, the special thing about this weapon, though, is that it can level up to level 40 as long as you are dropping formas in it. So what I mean by that is it maxes out at 30, and you can drop a forma in this bad boy, and it'll go up to 32, and then you drop another forma, it'll go to 34, and then once again all the way up until level 40. So you can put a max, well, I'm sure you can put more than 5 formas in this weapon, but the max level will be 40, which is something we have never seen before. So in this video, I just kind of wanted to, number one, point that out, because that's kind of a big deal, because in games like this, you can't just have one thing be the exception to the rule. Usually when a mechanic like that comes out, we are going to see more of that in the game. So I'm curious, is how many more weapons are going to get this treatment? Are any Warframes going to get this treatment? The other thing is, as well, is we've been seeing some of these Bane mods coming our way, or Bane, innate Bane abilities on these weapons and mods coming our way. Is there potential to see more of that? In a different way, we could also see Bane weapons for the Grineer, maybe in the future when the Grineer becomes, more of a threat. I mean, it would have been a good time to do it when we fought the Queens, but I'm sure there's going to be more opportunities with all the crazy Grineer stuff that's going on. The Infested down the line, maybe some Bane of Infested, maybe Bane of Corpus, this or that. I'm curious is, number one, is if we get these Bane of whatever innate abilities on weapons or frames or whatever, number one, when will they be introduced? And two, how will they be introduced? Will some weapons we already have receive the treatment where it can be formatted in order to increase its max level up to, say, 40, like we see with the Paracesis? Or is it going to be future weapons, very unique weapons? Like, could we see it on, the Paracesis, obviously. It would have been cool to see it on the War or the Broken War. That would be cool. Also, If a new weapon comes out, could we see it on that? I'm sure it's coming our way at some point. But could we see it on old weapons? Could we see it on our, I don't know, our Venkas? Could we see it on our, if we want to think a little bit more unique, the Umbral Katana? Could we see it on that? Could we see it on, what's the, there's, oh, the twin, it's the weapons, I don't know, it's a sentient based weapon. I can't think of its name off the top of my head. Anyways, could we see weapons with Bane stuff come back? I think it would be kind of cool is if they go back and they start throwing, and I say Bane mods, but I'm also open to the possibility that when we rank up these weapons from 30 to 40 with whatever way that is possible, we could see some other special unique abilities other than just like Bane of Corpus or Bane of whatever. See them with like increased, crit stats or increased, or an innate ability to paralyze or put shock procs on enemies, like guaranteed, or at least boost that status chance or something as it goes through, or add poison toxin or something to it once it hits, level 32, it gets that first form or something like that. That would be interesting. Now, I don't think there's any really good reason to do this on all the basic weapons that we get in the game, but I think it would be cool if we got like a prime treatment in terms of this 30 to 40 max level kind of deal. So what I mean by that is, what if they go back and on all our prime weapons, because it's Orokin technology. These are weapons that were built by the Orokin, good stuff, powerful stuff. The prime weapons need to be at least worth getting more than their basic form. So for instance, the dual Kamas versus the dual Kamas Prime are significantly, different. The Galatine to the Galatine Prime, all that stuff. I would love to see more of a reason to grab the Prime variant of all of these weapons because of something special like that. If you could tell me, you can go grind for the Galatine, pick up the Galatine, or you already have it, but if you go get that Galatine Prime, that thing has, like a Bane of Corrupted built into it at like 50% or something cool like that. Or it would be from level 30 to 40, it actually increases its attack speed for all of those levels. So instead of it being 1 second, then it goes up to 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. By the time it hits 40, this thing is a kill, and this thing is killer. That'd be cool. That would push endgame. That would give opportunities to create some crazy, ridiculous, like strong endgame content if we could keep up. The thing is, though, you could argue that with the right builds in this game, we are so incredibly more powerful than any content that they can pretty much throw at us, except for maybe throwing level 1000 enemies at our face. You know what I mean? I'm talking like some dynamic, crazy boss fights that like truly are a challenge for even experienced players. I'm curious to see what you guys think. Personally, I would love to see a way to boost the stats in our already maxed out weapons to some degree. Maybe if we want to gear them towards a specific role, or if say we fill all our mod slots, but we're like, well, when I drop this format into it and I get it from 30 to 32, I want to focus on making this weapon more crit chance because its crit's too low. I'm not comfortable with this crit being that low. Or it's one of those weapons where like you put your crit crit mod on it and it has like 90% crit chance, and you're like, oh man, if only I could get it up to 100%, and maybe that's our way of doing it. We forma this thing 5 times to get that extra 10 level max, and then we can pour those points into crit chance, or pour it into this, or pour it into that. That would be really cool. I could also see us climbing into that chair we have in our little Lasette, and maybe pumping ourselves up with some steroids, you know what I'm saying? Where something goes into us and we get an extra stat boost or something like that, so we can maybe push our Warframes from max of 30 up to max of 40. I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'm excited for the possibilities that is coming Warframe's way. What do you guys think about, you know, this innate ability to increase our stats, or at least boost our base stats, or added Bane properties to our weapons, or even like status stuff that we typically wouldn't see. You know, we turn this croaker weapon into like a stun rod, or like a I don't know, a bop you over the head and knock you out kind of a weapon. I don't know. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I also did a video that was kind of talking about modular weapons, and could we see weapons become more like creatable, like kit guns, the whole kit idea? Could we see more of that? And I'm curious to see what you guys think about all of these things in the comments below. I love seeing what you guys have to say, because that inspires me to make more videos based on your guys' opinions. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Blow!